Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I am your host, Mia Was Here, 5_ Melly.
You already know it's Yo Melly Baby. You can follow me on Instagram at Yo Melly Baby and Facebook at Mel B Jr. What's up, gang?
For sure. So today is 8/24, which means it's Kobe Day. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. The man, the myth, the legend.
The GOAT.
Definitely in the list of the GOATs. Kobe's like number 2 on my personal list. In my mind, is Jordan, Kobe, Bron. I'm always going to feel that way. You know, I just feel like when you look at the numbers, which is kind of like what it boils down to, I always got to go with Jordan first. And I feel like you always got to go with like the guy that Kobe emulated his style after, right? Like, exactly. I got to give some credit to that, right? Like, when you model your game after someone, there's a reason for that. So, I'm going to always have it like Jordan, Kobe, Bron, but Kobe, without question, is in a class of his own. And if that list changes, like if you got it like Kobe, Bron, Jordan, I understand that too. I'm not knocking anybody's list. That's just my personal list. But we're going to focus on Kobe today. So, let's get started. When you talk about greatest basketball players of all time, let's say top 10. What does your top 10 look like?
My top 10? Sheesh. Kobe, number 1.
Okay.
For sure, without a question.
Okay. And we talking like across the board, any era, any position.
No, I'm not doing that Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell shit.
I mean, if that's not like in your...
Nobody I never seen play before, I'm not putting them on this list.
Fair. I wouldn't put
tired
them
of
on my
everybody
list either, but I do put Jordan in my list.
No, you know how everybody be like, oh, Bill Russell, he got 11 rings. Who the gives a fuck? He averaged 16 points.
Bill wouldn't be in my favorite.
He's not even no scorer.
I feel that. Bill would definitely not be in my top 10.
Kobe number 1.
Okay.
Jordan number 2.
Okay.
I gotta give my man his props. It took a long time. Bron number 3.
Obviously.
Number 4, I'm going with Steph. I'm going with Steph.
Reasonable. Okay.
I'm going to take. That's killing me. Oh man, I'm going to take. Fucking.
Be careful. This your top 5 right here.
I know. Shaq.
Well rounded. That's a good choice.
Shaq.
All right. So you giving top 5 or you giving top 10?
I could do 5 more.
Okay, let's go.
Melo.
Okay.
Career was cut short, but he part of my era. Tracy McGrady.
Okay, fair enough.
I like fucking. I like Dame.
Okay.
I like Harden.
Okay.
And last one. Dirk.
Nowitzki? Okay. That's a reasonable top 10. Certainly not my top 10, but it's a reasonable
I know.
one. Okay. I'm going Jordan, Kobe, Bron, Steph, Anthony Hardaway. He's just one of my favorites. I really feel like he changed the way you saw a superstar point guard. He changed really like fashion as far as like
we still win them pennies.
Like you know what I mean? Like pennies are still one of the greatest basketball players of all time. So I'm going Penny Hardaway. I'm definitely going Shaq. Most dominant big man of all time. I'm going John Wall. Sorry. Everybody knows.
Shout out to John Wall. That's
everybody knows. That's my favorite wizard of all time. It's one of my favorite players of all time. I gotta go John Wall.
Well, you ain't had that many.
Allen Iverson changed the entire game for point guard.
Oh, I left him out.
Man, you had to change like from zone to a man defense, right? Like literally change like the defensive strategy of the NBA because people couldn't guard him. So I'm definitely I gotta throw Allen in there.
He changed the whole rules, period.
Yeah, he changed the way you saw basketball, and certainly changed the way you saw a point guard.
Something burning in this jump.
And Kobe's greatest competition, yeah. And then I'm gonna go. That's 8, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Grant Hill.
Career cut short.
But not enough credit for how amazing
for sure.
Was. And then to round out my 10, I'm gonna go.
Make this one good.
Just for the controversy, I'm gonna say Brandon Roy.
Oh, another career cut short. Brandon Roy, he was like that. For Portland before Dame time.
Would have been, for real. No question, a career all-star.
Yeah.
Maybe a league MVP.
Shout out to B. Roy.
all NBA, like it. What he would have done with his career would have been.
What he doing now? He like he coaching.
Top tier coach. Like he won like 3 or 4 state championships.
Like that. Shout out to
he like
Roy.
that as high school coach. Shout out to Brandon Roy, man. We got a lot of love for him, but certainly a career cut short that we would have loved to see. But I'm gonna put Brandon Roy in my top 5 because I'm curious about what could have been. So. Not based on the stats alone, in comparison to those other players, but I love Brandon Roy, and he was incredible, before the injuries kind of took over things. So
sure.
That's my top 10, at least for the controversy. I would have to think a little harder because I feel like Jason Kidd is honorable mention.
Yeah,
when you
I left some people out.
Greatest point guards of all time. Yeah, we both did, like for sure.
But we just did top 10. We ain't do it by position.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
We didn't do it by position. Like, okay, so if you're talking about like top 5 point guards all time, who you got?
How we doing the point guard, John? Because like,
Any
is
era?
we doing like Magic point guard,
Any
or we
era.
doing Steph point guard?
We doing any era. So if you said like Magic, Steph, Jason Kidd, like as your top, that would make sense to me. Like any era, any style of play, who is your top 10 as far as point guard specific?
Shit. And you doing 10?
Nah, just do 5.
Do 5. All right, bet.
Your top
I could put Magic up there for reasons, but I never seen Magic play. I'm only doing people I seen play.
Okay. That's
So Steph.
Okay.
Nah, he was a 2. Steph, Chris Paul.
Okay.
I like John Wall. That's my man. I like John Wall.
Got to.
For real.
Gotta put if you talking about pure point guards, you have to put John in there. One of the greatest high school mixtapes of all time. So.
J Kidd.
Okay.
And I ain't even gonna hold you. I gotta be a little biased on this one. Derek Fisher.
Okay. Because you're a Lakers fan.
I'm a Lakers fan. Derek Fisher.
Derek was a great point guard, though. More like role player than superstar.
Clutch.
But still very clutch, for sure.
And we needed him.
For sure. I'm going Steph, AI,
Yeah, I was 2
John
guard.
Wall. AI was a 2?
2.
That's ridiculous considering his height. I ain't giving that. Like, that's ridiculous. But okay. So let's say I'm still throwing AI in.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I was, but that's why I
Just because of
did.
the height. The nigga was 5'11". Come on.
Hey,
But that's not what they listen to, man. But you've seen this nigga in person before. So I'm going
taller than me.
Steph, AI. I don't care what y'all consider him as. The nigga was a 1. Just a pat alone. I'm going Chris Paul. I'm going John Wall. And to round out my 5 point guards. Steve Nash.
I left him off there because
Won an MVP though.
they slighted my man Kobe.
Maybe.
That's
but
it.
he
They ain't
still
no
won an MVP.
ain't no maybe. They slighted him.
Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you do not wrong.
Do the numbers.
But he did win an MVP. He was a pivotal part of, that Lakers team, pivotal part of the Suns.
Top 75 player all time, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Steve Nash, like.
Shout out to Steve Nash, but you
I feel
you
like
ain't
it
deserve
would
that.
be, like we would be like reluctant in not mentioning Steve Nash as one of the greats as far as like that position.
Yeah.
Now when we talk about overall players, he don't even make my top 50. But when you talk about point guard specifically, yeah, I think there's something very special about Steve Nash.
Kill, I left.
And a great
I
leader
left
on
like
the
2
floor.
people off. I ain't even gonna hold you, Mo.
Rondo for sure. For sure.
Rondo,
Okay.
I don't know how I left off
forgot about
Rondo.
for sure. Who else? You said 2.
You think Russell point?
No.
He's a 2.
He's a 2.
Well, I'm just gonna add Rondo.
Okay, fair enough. I think Rondo is a good ad. Also, I left off. Who I leave off? I left off.
There's a lot of people we left off.
It's a lot of people we left.
You know what I'm saying? But
You can really
just off top of your head.
for sure, but off the top of your head. But when you talking about like greatest players of all time, I gotta like Kobe is probably still my number 2. I really do feel like when we talk about greatest players of all time, it's gotta be Jordan, Kobe, Bron. And I mean, for me, greatest moment in Kobe's career, the 81-point game on Jalen.
And I fucking missed it. I was on fucking punishment. Shout out to my deadbeat daddy, man.
Stop, because
like-
your father is not a
I
deadbeat.
know, I just be fucking with him sometimes. Talk shit.
You're not about to do this
No, I
on
got
my
the
show.
greatest father in the world. I got the greatest dad in the world.
Exactly.
What's
So
up, Pops?
You're not about to get on here and lie
Big
about your
Melly.
daddy. Like,
Big trap. But nah. That nigga had me on punishment, bruh. I woke up, I went to my sister's room because you couldn't touch none of the TVs because the nigga's militant. He put the shit on a certain volume, certain channel, so he know you watch that motherfucking TV.
For sure.
I went in my little sister's room. I looked at the bottom. This one, ESPN used to have that little motherfucking box on the corner. That junk had the nerve to say Kobe 81 points. I went to wipe my ass. I said, hold the fuck on. Kobe 81.
Kobe definitely like
Fuck.
to me that's like greatest Kobe moment of all time. Or
No, that's not the
maybe what you think is the greatest Kobe moment?
I like the 81 point, but when we hit that game win, that like one of the greatest jumps. Like even though we lost to them fucking Pistons, we was down and out.
So
we
you
was
talking
about to get swept.
Was that 04?
It was yeah 03, 04. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's because
We was about to get swept.
The Pistons won the championship in 04.
Yeah.
That was 03 04
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
So okay, that makes sense.
And we hit that game winner, give us our only win.
Okay.
That was like I seen my man do that jump.
That's reasonable. I definitely respect that. Also, when Kobe ran through Powell's chest in the Olympics,
Oh yeah.
I thought that was big because I mean that really stood out to the Olympic players, inspired them, and really kind of helped move them forward as far as like their understanding of like
He set the tone.
we got to separate our love for our brothers who play on our team from what we're trying to accomplish in the Olympics.
You heard what they said about that?
Yeah.
When they was talking about
Honestly,
it.
that's
He said this
probably
about to
why.
be my first play.
Yeah. Like, and
Yeah.
honestly, that's probably why it's one of the greatest moments to me because I feel like that was one of the like big things that the players mentioned, like as far as like changing the tide of like how important these games were and how like these are your brothers and you love them, but
After
they're
this.
not. After, you got to focus on that after this.
Yeah.
We're here to win, and I think that's
And
really,
Powell
like,
understood that too.
Yeah, for sure.
He understood
did.
it.
He understood. And Powell is still like a brother to Kobe, still looking after his children.
No, for
like,
sure. Shout out to
truly,
Powell.
like shout out to Powell Gasol, man, because
I think he like that godfather or
Yeah,
something.
he's the godfather of
Yeah.
his kids. Still take them out, like show up to the prom, show up to every graduation, like
Good dude.
that. I'm telling you, like it's rare to find people like that in this life. Like niggas get sent to jail all the time, get locked up, die in these streets, and they niggas like y'all checking on their kids when they go, y'all checking on their mothers to make sure that they okay, y'all making sure they aunties and all of them good. Like Powell is a real one. You gotta respect it.
Kobe and Powell used to talk to each other in Italian
Yeah.
while they was on the court, and nobody could understand what they were saying.
Yep.
That's genius.
Kobe would
Kobe spoke 5 languages,
Kobe
bro.
would learn your language to learn how to talk shit to you on the floor. That's how vicious he was. Like
I don't even know how to speak English all the way that good.
we know.
So a nigga speaking 5 languages, that's great. For real.
I speak too.
What, Spanish?
French.
Oh, I know a little. Jim Appel Melvin. Oh, Jim Appel, your Melly, baby.
You don't. It's not a hard J. It's this J, not J. J.
Man,
Jim.
I talk different. I walk different.
And then. Hey. Yeah, I really speak that shit. This guy, but I really fuck with Kobe and.
He's the greatest, man.
Yeah, like certainly a legend in the game. I think like what people don't talk about anymore though was like, and tell the truth. Did you like Kobe before he passed away? Like, were you like?
I love Kobe. The first I got my first Kobe poster like when I was in the 6th grade, and this one he was still with like Adidas. You know what I'm saying? I had that poster since I was like 30.
One of the greatest sneakers of all time in the Ocho 8s. Like,
Yeah, them Crazy 8s, they went crazy.
Crazy 8s was
Yeah, and man, I definitely love Kobe because I mean this with Jordan. Of course, we had Jordan. I grew up off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody grew up
only
off
money
Michael
making on
Jordan.
Nike right now, by the
Yeah,
way.
everybody grew up off Jordan and shit. But
Jordan saw like a 30-40% increase in the shoes this year, and Nike saw like a 30% downturn. So, like 100 years later, he still is the only one like in basketball like really making any money off the sneakers.
But see, Jordan,
Nike.
Jordan the GOAT. I'm gonna say Jordan. He probably could be the GOAT, but you know he emulated somebody else too, right? Before, but they didn't start using GOAT until Jordan came around.
That's
But
true.
he emulated Dr. J,
Dr. J, yeah, for sure.
and
which is true.
they merged the NBA because of Dr. J. You feel me? So
It used to be the CBA.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. But Kobe my GOAT because I just seen him. So yeah,
I do love Kobe, no question. I'm always
it crushed me when he died.
Yeah.
I cried, bro. I threw the remote at the
I ain't even
TV. I
believe
tried
it was
to break
true.
that bitch.
Like when they say Kobe died in a helicopter accident, I couldn't even believe it was true.
Niggas kept texting me.
Yeah, I was looking around the news because I remember I was with I don't remember who I was with, but I was at like a junkyard or something with somebody, and who was I with? I can't remember, but I was at a junkyard with somebody picking up parts, and I happened to look at my phone while we was at the junkyard, and it was like Kobe and Gianna died in a helicopter accident. I thought it was fake, like, cause it came from TMZ, and they're not exactly the most
Yeah,
trustworthy.
they kill people on the internet all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Like, so I didn't even believe that it was true at first, but then like as the day rolled on, I was like, damn, like, Man, that was tough. Like,
Man, I threw that remote at the TV. I went in the bathroom and lost it.
you cried when Kobe died?
Psh, did I? I'm talking about. If you should have seen my ass, look like somebody stole me twice.
I felt like that.
For real.
I felt that way when
Because
Nipsey.
it's just like the way you go out. That's why I don't like.
Yeah.
If he was sick or something, it's different. But going out like that, I'm just thinking in my mind, like, what are you thinking at that moment that you're going down? You was hugging your daughter right now.
I'm telling you.
That's crazy, bro. Man, rest in peace to Kobe.
Rest in peace to Kobe and Gianna.
And happy birthday.
Cause I promise, like, I was super sad about that. Like, I feel like the saddest celebrity like moments was probably Aaliyah.
Yes.
Because that happened when I was like so young.
What was that? We was like, 7th grade.
Bruh, I don't even think it was that. Cause that's 2001. So.
I 6th grade for me.
Yeah. So like 6th, 7th grade. So Aaliyah, I remember that. I remember crying in the car when they started playing the music on the radio. My mother was like looking at me strange.
Michael Jackson.
That shit hurt. That did not affect me the same way, but when Nipsey died, I cried when Nipsey died. I was at your house when I found out that Nipsey. That was Sunday Funday when we found out.
Oh yeah, because it was like, oh yeah, we not playing this April Fool's shit today.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah, it was Sunday Funday.
Sunday Funday when we found out Nipsey died, and I remember like Chauncey was talking about it, and he was like, "Man, I think Nipsey got hit." I was like, "What?" So I go look on the internet, and I'm like, they didn't say he had died at that point though. They just said that he got shot. So I was like, "Oh man!" And then sure enough, we found out. Like,
yeah, rest in peace to Nip.
I cried when Nipsey died for sure, and I was super sad when Kobe passed away too. Like certain, celebrities or whatever you want to call those people are like bigger than
you knew them.
Yeah, you felt like you knew those people.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, when you talk about Kobe specifically, there was a lot surrounding Kobe's legacy and image prior to his death. We're not getting into all of that because we're not going to entertain that type of shit here. But at the end of the day, I really feel like Kobe's allure and people's love for him started when he retired. Like once Kobe was like that, what was it, the farewell season, right? I really feel like that's when people like grew to love Kobe because that's when they really understood like, wow, the era is really over.
Nah.
You watch these amazing, incredible, once in a lifetime, right? Because Kobe's once in a lifetime. You're never going to see that again. You watch these once in a lifetime players play, and there's so much hate for him when they're on the floor. LeBron is experiencing it right now, right? He never gets enough credit for all the amazing and incredible things that he's done as a player. But when it's over, it's just like...
We're going to appreciate when it's over.
That's the problem. We don't appreciate these guys until the shit is over with. I feel like that about Kobe. There was so much hate, so much speculation, so much shit talk around Kobe. And then as soon as he died, everybody acted like they were always in love with him, which is crazy to me. Like, nah, we remember the shit that y'all was talking when he was still here. We remember how y'all tried to destroy his reputation over things that were not true. Gail, what was her name? What's motherfucking Oprah's best friend? Gail, what's her name? Gail what?
King.
Gail King. We remember how you brought that shit up after Kobe died, bitch. Like, we never gonna forget that. What Snoop called her. Stinking dog head, bitch.
I gotta take back my greatest Kobe moment. Now that I think about it, since you just said that.
So what you got?
His last game.
The farewell game?
When he dropped 60. Because I was in tears. You
know what's crazy? I remember Gordon Hayward hating ass. What a sucker you are, by the way. But I remember Gordon Hayward, he went on, I want to say it was Paul George's podcast. And he was talking he was throwing up a shit ton of bricks that night. We basically was just letting him get them drinks.
Nah, he was throwing it up, but...
He was, but why would you throw that out there? Because guess what? Gordon, you retired and nobody even remembered.
What's your career high?
We forgot you ever even played.
What is Gordon Hayward's career high?
You left Utah, you was jack shit ever since then. You was a total waste of time in Boston. They got you off the team. You probably one of the biggest reasons they didn't win a championship earlier because they were trying to fit the offense around your bum ass. And then when you retired, nobody even noticed. How dare you talk about like, oh yeah, but he was throwing up bricks. Nigga, we don't remember you throwing up brick shots, nothing. Your career didn't matter at all. I just thought that was some hating shit.
His career high was 44 points. Shut the fuck up, Gordon. Kobe did that 7 times in a week.
He averaged that some season.
In a week? No, you see, the nigga had like 4 straight 50-point games. With a 60 in there. What the fuck, Gordon Hayward? Shut up, nigga. Yeah. Well, y'all should have played fucking defense. Y'all let the oldest nigga on the court beat the shit out y'all for 60.
He torched y'all. Regardless of whether or not, like...
All the greats in the game right now is, like, Shout out to Jason Tatum. They learned from Kobe.
For sure.
Devin Booker, Kobe.
For sure.
Everybody talk about
LeBron.
Yeah, everybody talk about how Kobe helped them. So
Yeah. Every player that you love that's currently like at the top of his game is a Kobe protege. Everybody's a Kobe.
Gordon Hayward, not even top. How many players ever been in the NBA?
Nothing.
5,500.
Gordon is
He's not even on that
nothing.
list. He's not even on the list.
He was an overpaid white guy who should have never lasted as long as he did.
Don't ever disrespect the GOAT, bro.
Terrible. Gordon Hayward was like the epitome of like an average player in the NBA. Never really amounted to very much once he left Utah. And the second that he cut his head, nobody even cared about him in pop culture. Like a total waste of space. And honestly, to me, I'm gonna keep saying it. The biggest reason why the Celtics did not win a championship sooner. He was in the way. It took them a long time to reformulate that offense because they were trying to make him fit. He was trash. Like he should have never been in Boston. Like they should have never paid him.
He had spurts,
like,
but
oh god, like he was average though. Everybody had spurts. Dennis Schroeder has had spurts. The biggest idiot in the NBA, by the way.
Nah, for
the
real.
only moron in history to turn down
He
$80
fumbled that
million
bag.
to get a fucking veterans minimum. You are trash, boy. And then went over into the Olympics and talked that trash. Like, nigga, why you? Ugh, we're not entertaining Dennis Schroeder. Who the fuck is that guy?
all right, but
Fucking German. Get the fuck.
to your weekend, man. Oh, I don't want to talk about this.
Okay.
To your weekend. Everybody went to that damn Usher concert. Everybody except for me in the DMV went to that Usher concert. How was it?
Go ahead and roll the clips. You know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and cause guess who did go to the Usher concert? I be your girl, baby.
You know I'm mad
You
about
are
that.
my superstar. Ooh. Let me tell you something. One of the greatest concerts I've ever seen in my life. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like COVID kind of ruined concerts for me a little bit. Like I was somebody who used to go to all the festivals. Like I've been to OVO Fest, I've been to Coachella. Like I used to go to Made in America every year, Broccoli City. Like every big festival I've been to at one point or another. That was one of the greatest individual performances I have ever seen in my entire life. Like he showed his ass.
I seen it.
And I think what I really appreciate about certain kinds of artists, I appreciate an artist that comes into a city and shows love to that city. I really do.
I think
so
that's what
him
you're supposed
bringing
to do.
out Raheem Devon, Wale, Sugar Bear, shouting out Ari Lennox, like, cause he was like up there, like, you know what I'm saying, getting his little groove on the pressure. Like, I love Usher, and I really respect
Me
like,
too.
how much
No doubt.
respect he has, not just for music, not just for his craft, but also the cities that he comes into. Man, it was a phenomenal show. Usher showed up. He for sure did. He showed up.
I'm definitely going to the next one. I'm going to the next one.
It was special. Nothing like the first though, you know, but you know, you enjoy whatever one you happen to make it to.
I love
Your
Usher.
first would be my second one.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Soul on the moon. You trying to put soul on the moon?
That thing was smoking, boy. And I mean beginning to end. Because the thing about Usher that you like can very easily forget, like Tiny Desk kind of reminded us of this. But Tiny Desk is only like 20, 25 minutes, right? What you realize in a show like Past, Present, and Future is how many hits. Like, and the thing is, he didn't touch on maybe 10 songs that he could have. Like he was doing light work and killing that shit. And I'm talking about he hit everything from like the debut album, All the Time I Think of You, Holding On to Someone New. Like he was cooking that shit. Like he hit every major song on every single album. There was no song that you wanted to hear that he didn't cover. And honestly, I really appreciate that because I feel like there are certain artists where it's like damn, like why you ain't, you know what I mean? Like it's always a couple songs that I'm like, damn, I really wish he would have hit. He hit some songs that I felt like there's no way he would do this on a tour, but I love this song. And it went crazy. The first song on Confessions, you're driving me crazy, driving me crazy.
I knew he was gonna bring out Wale for sure, man. I knew he was about to bring out
like
Wale.
Raheem Devon was a nice surprise.
Yeah, that was Oh yeah, that's definitely a big surprise. It's
Sugar
only
Bear was a
it's
lovely
only two
surprise.
R&B artists I'm even going to go see in concert anyway, and that's Usher and Chris Brown
For sure.
because they know how to put on the show.
For sure. For sure. I'm kind of mad at myself that I haven't seen Chris Brown yet. I'm gonna have to.
I ain't never seen him either.
I'm gonna have to make a. I'm gonna have to.
Hey Chris, man, come to Capital One. If you watching this, hey Breezy, I'm be hitting you up in your Instagram, bro.
He was at Capital One already.
I gotta say, I missed that one.
Yeah, I think he was at Capital.
How many of the
Because I
ladies
feel like
stop
I
telling me
remember
this?
the girls, like I remember when all the girls on my timeline was going to. So I think Chris already hit Capital One.
They gonna have to start telling me these concerts. Where y'all be finding these young? I be on Instagram all day. I don't see no concerts.
Usher was fantastic, and I think honestly, I was really happy that he didn't have an opener because I was kind of expecting that. There wasn't any news on like who it would be or like, but you know he's got so many features. I thought, well, maybe it could be Summer. Like there were tons of options, but I was honestly really glad that like 8:30 jumped right into the show.
Top 5 R&B artists.
Woo, woo, woo.
Let me hear it.
Top 5 artists.
Yep. Let
All
me hear it.
time,
Let me hear
2000s.
it. Let me hear it. Any errors.
Dang.
Because with music, you can do errors.
That's hard. Yeah.
Because you ain't had to see them. You heard it.
That's true. That's hard. This is tough, and it's not going to make everybody happy. But I'm gonna start with Usher, because I feel like Usher has like a flawless, like Usher's maybe first 3 or 4 albums flawless as far as R&B are concerned.
Okay.
Even though the first one wasn't like as big commercially, still a flawless album because Devontae Swing produced that album from Jodeci. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Usher. You gotta throw Beyonce in there. She's everybody's fave.
Oh, you doing girls?
I'm doing everybody.
Oh, all right.
I'm going across the board because I feel like it would be very hard to limit it to one sex.
All right.
So I'm gonna say Usher. I'm gonna say Beyonce. I'm gonna say Donnell Jones. I think he's just got some incredible classics. Some incredible,
Yeah, he got some.
and
That
he's
stood
got
the test of time. Classics.
He's got some albums. I think like Donnell Jones really comes from the era of R&B music where the whole album had to be good. Now you can have 2 or 3 good songs on an album and people will act like the shit is special. Donnell came from an era where like you needed 10 bangers on a 12, 13 banger joint. So I got a lot of respect for Donnell Jones. I'm still listening to him to this day. I'm gonna go Jagged Edge. A little underrated in my opinion, but a top tier R&B talent of all time. And no one's going to agree with me here, but I'm going to say A. Marie. A flawless first album. And I feel like A. Marie's first album is right up there with Crazy in Love as far as like it being like end to end. And that album is only like 30, 35 minutes. But that 30, 35 minute album that A. Marie came out is competing with any female R&B's like singer in the game. I will put that album against SZA's first album. I put that against Control. I will put that against Crazy in Love. I will put that against Kehlani's first joint, which I think was Wish You Were Here. I'm putting her against everybody. So that's what I'm going with my.
I think you got like one person on that list for me.
Who?
All right, I'm gonna do my list.
Okay, go ahead.
Usher number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, forgive me y'all, but forget what y'all say. This nigga is a legend, bro. R. Kelly.
I knew you was.
I gotta say R. Kelly, bro.
We're gonna
You
move right
can't.
past that.
Yeah,
We're gonna bounce right past that, but I get it.
yeah. Hater. Anyway,
I'm a hate this nigga's a pedophile.
anyway, we talking about music.
All right.
There's a lot of creeps out here. But look, number 3, I'm Chris Breezy. That's my dog.
Breezy. Okay.
Shout out to Breezy.
Shout out to Breezy. Okay.
Oh, we doing this because you did a woman, so I can't just be sexist. I love Beyonce.
Okay.
I love Beyonce and I love Rihanna
Okay.
to death.
You put Rihanna in your top 5?
Yes, because she's like arguably and she's so successful. Shorty don't even.
That's for sure. But as far as like, I'm gonna be honest. I love Rihanna, and I think that
She keep getting pregnant.
incredible album.
It's A$AP Rocky fault.
Yeah, that's
Keep fucking the pussy.
But it's gross.
Bust on her.
But I really genuinely like, while I think that Rihanna is an incredible talent and she's made some incredible albums, Good Girl Gone Mad is one of the greatest R&B albums for sure. But I just feel like when you talk about talent,
I bet. Swap. All right, I'm gonna swap out. I'm gonna fuck you up with this. I'm gonna fuck you up with this one. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna take off Rihanna.
Okay.
Mary J, because I listen to her every day. I got put on Mary J. Blige. I listen to Mary J. Blige every day.
That's a great choice. I can't believe I forgot. I can't believe I left Mary.
Yeah, it'd be so many, bro. That's why I didn't know you was doing women. We did just straight women and then straight men out of
Okay, so if we're going just men, who your top 5?
All right, we going men, just men. It's Usher,
Okay.
R. Kelly.
Okay.
It's Chris Brown.
Okay.
It's we put Michael Jackson in R&B.
Yeah, I think you could put him in there. King of Pop, but still started as an R&B artist.
Michael Jackson, and then I'm going I ain't gonna hold you. Who I be singing the most from like the men that sing, I want to say Tevin Campbell.
Wow.
I be singing the shit out Tevin Campbell, bro. I be singing that shit.
Okay, if we talking about just men, top R&B artists all time,
Cause I ain't do no groups. I ain't do groups.
fair enough. I got those Stevie Wonder in there. If we talking about just men, got those Stevie in there. Songs in A minor is probably one of the greatest R&B albums of all time. Top 5. Put anybody in that. I still got to go Donnell. Still got to go Usher. Got to throw Chris Brown in there. I'm not the biggest Chris Brown fan. I will admit that. I do have a level of sensitivity, I think, to some of the mistakes that he made. But talent is talent.
Yeah.
So while I may not necessarily like Chris Brown personally, the talent is the talent. And I can't ever take away anything from the talent. So you still got to put him in there. And honestly, doesn't get enough credit for not only being an incredibly talented artist, but writing some of the greatest R&B love songs of this generation. Tank.
I knew you was about to say Tank. I knew it. I left him out because I knew you was about to say it.
You got to get...
I left him out purposely because I knew you was about to say Tank. That's why I just said it.
The pen, like Tank has written so many of our favorites. Like
shout out to Tank.
And once I like realized that Tank wrote those songs, and I can hear the vocals like Jamie Foxx. Come on, baby.
The crazy thing about it, you don't even know until he tell you.
Facts. But you know what? Once he tell you, you can hear him on.
Like damn, he wrote all these songs.
You can
girl
hear
songs too.
For sure, you can hear him on all the background vocals. Like Aaliyah. Can I come over? Can I stop?
You should let me sing that part.
Well, shit. I'm not a singer. But the point I'm making is like Tank has penned some of the greatest songs in R&B history.
Definitely.
So I feel like to not mention him as far as like top 5 men when he's done it as far as like some amazing albums like How I Feel. What else? Tank is just like a legendary.
Yeah, he's legendary.
I can't ever take away nothing. Yeah. Don't do that again, Steph. But like top tier. But when we talking about women,
all right, go ahead. Do the women.
Women gotta give it to Mary.
Yep,
that's a great choice you made. Gotta give it to Beyonce, most consistent across the board, and obviously one of the most successful. Gotta give it to Brandy.
Don't steal none of my people.
Nope, I'm going Brandy because Brandy is arguably one of the greatest singers in this generation. I gotta give it to Monica.
Damn, you stop stealing my people, man.
She in there. If you think of, I can't think of Brandy without thinking of Monica. So I gotta give it to him. And then to round out my 5.
Please don't say this.
I'm gonna go a little underrated, and I'm going to say I know technically we don't consider her as this, but I think that we should. Adele. She sounds like every phenomenal R&B singer.
She can sing like shit.
I just feel like Adele, like she feel like an R&B artist to me. I know she's a pop singer, but honestly, if Adele was black, would you still consider her a pop artist?
Adele,
based on the sound?
Adele jive like motherfucking Tina Marie. Like you would never know she was black. I mean, she wasn't black.
That's a great comparison.
Yeah, so
an honorable mention as far as like phenomenal. Like
don't steal my list. Don't steal my list.
Jill Scott.
Oh, I bet. Shout out to Jill Scott.
Because the way is just like that's a song we're gonna be playing for the rest of our lives, and it's so many like Beyonce songs that I feel like we're gonna play some of those for the rest of our lives, but it's a lot of misses in that. Like, cause she got such a huge catalog. So to me, like Beyonce got a ton of hits, but it's some misses in there too, if we being real. And everybody has them. Like everybody, we got episodes that weren't as good as other ones. So everybody got some hits and some misses, but I'm gonna say Jill Scott is an honorable mention. But with your top 5, just women, go.
I'm going Mary J number 1.
Okay.
I'm going Beyonce number 2.
Okay.
I'm going Rihanna number 3. I'm going Mariah Carey number 4. And number 5. Damn, because you already stole my 2. I was going to throw Brandy in there. I got to throw Tina Marie in there because, because I sing Tina Marie every day, me and my cousin.
I'm talking squares too.
That's that her and Rick James, that Fire and Desire. You hear me?
Love them and leave them. That's what I used to do.
Hey, use and abuse.
Till I laid eyes on you. It was pain before pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. That was my claim to fame. That was my claim to
Rick had
fame.
some bad jokes,
Hey,
man.
for sure.
Rick might be honorable mention in
Rick was the first super freaky ass nigga out here.
Was he?
He had braids, he had wigs on with
I'm gonna be
fake
honest with
plaits.
I think Teddy Pendergrass was the first super
Do you see the nigga? Do you see the nigga album cover with them red ass tall boots?
Teddy got pulled over with a transgender woman, though.
That's why he crashed.
That is why he crashed. And it's also why he ended up
That's why he
paralyzed. So if we talking about super freaky ass niggas all time, I think Teddy got it. Teddy Pendergrass
And it
got
makes you
it.
look back at all his
Freaky
songs.
ass
He was
nigga.
talking about this. Yeah.
Close the door. I got what you...
But Teddy's a classic legend. He's a legend.
Turn him off. Yeah. He was a bad nigga.
Yeah, he's a
I fuck
legend.
with Teddy,
For sure.
Who do you feel like is like most underrated as far as like R&B singers right now? I don't know how we
Right
got
now?
Kobe to this, but this shit getting good. I can talk about music all day, so we got to get into it.
Most underrated R&B
Most
singer right now?
underrated. Cause I got some guys that I know you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, because I only listen to like mainstream artists.
Listen, we was on our way to Kings of Millions. I played Joe to see this nigga had no idea who they was. He gonna say Backstreet Boys or some shit. I was so disappointed.
I ain't say
this
Backstreet
nigga
Boys.
did
Come
not
on, man.
know
You
who
cap.
Jodeci was.
Give me a hat. You cap.
But did you know who Jodeci was?
I didn't know that song, but I knew that wasn't fucking Backstreet Boys.
There's an undeniable sound when it comes to that.
Man, the most underrated
that?
singing nigga right now is damn. Mario, bro. He's a legend, bro. I don't even know how I forgot him out the R&B
Okay.
list. I like Mario,
That's a
bro.
solid one. You feel like Mario's most underrated? I think that's a great choice, actually.
Hey, Mario.
Okay.
I gotta go Mario.
I'm going to go most underrated. I'm going to give two. I'm going to give you one that nobody knows, which is Aaron Ray. He's out of LA. I love Aaron Ray. He got a song called Wait So Long that's like, I listen to it every single day. So I'm going to say Aaron Ray. And then as far as artists that y'all definitely know, super underrated, it's tough. It's really tough.
Lloyd. You don't like Lloyd?
I think I like Lloyd, but I don't think he underrated. I think he exactly where the fuck he's supposed to be. I'm gonna go with. Damn,
I'm trying to think.
I'm struggling right now.
You man? Jacquees?
Nah, I hate Jacquees. I ain't gonna lie. I hate his music. I hate his image. I hate his clothes. I hate his height.
I don't hate you, Jacquees. Shout out to Jacquees.
I hate everything about Jacquees, bro. Like, it's nothing about Jacquees that I like. Shut the fuck up. Like, I can't stand Jacquees. Like, if I never heard another Jacquees song in my life, I'd probably be thrilled. Fuck that nigga. Like, I just don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, I'm very biased when it comes to R&B artists. I think that there's a cool factor that's necessary. When I look back at the R&B that I grew up loving, when you look at the Donnell Joneses and the John B's and the Tanks, niggas was cool. It wasn't until later that we discovered that niggas had a little cornball to them. And that's fine. But fool me first. Jacquees came out immediately fucking square cornball ass nigga. I'm not a fan. I hate Jacquees. I hate everything about him. I wish he would go the fuck away.
Damn, say it with your chest.
I swear. I hate Jacquees. I hate his music. Not as a person or anything like that, because I don't know that nigga. But as like an R&B artist, I wish to never ever see him ever again. Bitch, take me out of group chat. I don't ever want to see you again. Never. Please go away.
That's what she said. I fuck with you, nigga. And I'm taller than him.
Barely. And my email 5'5" and taller.
5'6", 5'7" in the winter. Get that shit right. What that mean? I'm capping?
You got me like shit with a hat.
Nah, don't try to grab the head
Step
down.
on the hat over here.
You been lying the whole episode. You been lying the whole
Nigga
episode.
capping like shit.
Now you
No
gonna
way.
get a hat and you been lying. Use the capper. Use the capper.
I'm gonna keep this right here for you. I hate this nigga line. There's no way.
Cap ass.
I'm just saying. All right, so worst R&B artist of all time. I'm going Jacquees.
Oh my God, you a hater. How am I supposed to figure this out? The worst R&B artist of all time.
Yeah, who you hate? Like who you like? Nah, this music is always ass.
Trash.
Who's trash? It's gotta be somebody that you feel like, nah, this
I just don't listen to him then.
This bitch trash.
I don't know, but I don't. It ain't an R&B artist I don't like.
One of the worst artists ever. She's not an R&B artist though.
Who?
Taylor Swift.
I don't listen to Taylor Swift, so it's
I
like
listen to Taylor Swift. I think Taylor Swift has one of the meanest pens in all of music. It's not the pen that I'm talking about. I think she writes incredible music, but I think her as an artist, she can't sing, she can't dance, she can't like. I just feel like Taylor's mystique is that she's a blonde white woman.
I got honorable mention too.
But outside of a pen, I don't see what talent. I think that's my concern with Taylor Swift. It's like outside of the pen, what is she good at? She's an amazing songwriter, one of the greatest of the 21st century. But outside of that, like I don't see like what you could like I don't see where the talent is. I think Taylor's an awful singer. She's an even worse. She probably one of the worst dancers I've ever seen of all time. She always look like
she
a chicken.
dance.
Like it's just ridiculous.
Oh.
Like, but phenomenal songwriter, just not a very good artist to me. So I think when we're talking about just artists, like, because people so often compare her to like the greats in the game, and I find it to be offensive.
Nah, that's cat.
I find it to be offensive.
Taylor Swift could put this hat on right now.
Yeah, Taylor Swift could definitely.
My honorable mention. Hey, look, my honorable mention is Tim's, Mo, because I love
Like,
Tim's. I love
to
her.
me, she just isn't
Dang,
like
what you doing?
a talented artist.
I don't listen to her.
I mean, I think that Taylor's got some amazing songs. Like Style is.
I couldn't tell you
I still
one
listen
Taylor
to
Swift
Style.
song, bro.
I think like when you writing, I think what Taylor Swift understands is that when you writing your own music, it gives you like leeway when you don't have as much maybe vocal talent as some of your other like competition. So I think that that's what Taylor Swift has mastered. She writing all of her own music, so she knows exactly how to like highlight and complement her vocal abilities, even if I find them to be limited. So that's where we at. Honestly, one of the most underrated rappers all time might be Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, he did rap.
Tears trickle down my cheek. That nigga killed that shit on that Brian McKnight song. Fuck Brian McKnight. But still.
You don't like Brian McKnight?
Nah.
Oh shit, I missed him too.
You remember what Brian McKnight did? This nigga abandoned his family and started a whole new family and gave the new son who was already. So mind you, Brian McKnight had a son that was Brian McKnight Jr. He abandoned all his children, started a whole new family, and named the new first son Brian McKnight Jr.
How the fuck you do that?
He abandoned that family. He said, "Fuck
But you
them."
can't
He was
name a
that's-
nigga the same
He
name.
was like, he did it. That's what I'm saying. So fuck Brian McKnight. We don't fuck with Brian McKnight.
So he got two Brian McKnight Juniors?
He got two Brian McKnight.
No,
Jr.
he got a Brian McKnight Jr. and a Brian McKnight the third.
Nah, he named both of them Brian McKnight Jr. and abandoned.
Cause you know how
the first son.
George Foreman got like 5-6 George Foremans.
For sure.
Like, yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like Brian McKnight abandoned his children. Like if you don't want to be with your wife no more or whatever, then that's your choice. You have the right to.
Damn, Brian McKnight, you fucked up.
But you abandoning your children and then naming your new son with your new wife who is 19, 20 years younger than your first son.
He did it out of spite then.
Yeah, he did it out of spite.
Hey,
And every time he posts about them kids and that wife, like he always talking about like.
hey, fella, stop making emotion-based decisions.
Yeah, like, and honestly, the bottom
Fuck
line
would you
is
do that
this.
to your son
I
now?
don't know how you consider yourself a man if you
Two
can't take
brothers
care
got
of
call
your
each
kids.
other the same name.
A man got to
That's
take
dumb.
care of his kids. So, like, we just gonna say that if you consider yourself a man, you got to be taking care of your children.
For sure. And
That's just what it
if you got a man that ain't taking care of his kids, you already know you ain't no man either.
You crazy. And if you're a woman and you dating a man, knowing that he's not taking care of his children says a lot about you. It really does.
And shout out to all the
'Cause a
good moms
real
and
man-
dads.
Shout out to all the good moms and dads. I was blessed with a great mom and a great stepfather who've been there my whole life. So, I never missed out on anything, and I'm so blessed and I'm so fortunate. But it's a lot of kids out here, like, with deadbeat daddies who just refusing to do their job. Y'all in the club every weekend. Y'all buying bottles. Y'all out here fucking bitches. Y'all living a life.
They going on trips
And
with child support.
Going on trips with the child support money you supposed to be paying. We don't fuck with that over here. So real men take care of their kids, man. We gonna always stand behind that. We 10 toes on that over here. But fuck Brian McKnight. But that Kobe verse was like that though.
I gotta go back and check it out. I knew he was rapping, but I ain't gonna.
We might gotta throw that in. Matter of fact, throw the clip in right now. Throw the clip in. Fuck. Throw the clip in. We gonna throw the Kobe clip in. We gonna give y'all the verses because he was spitting, boy. And even the moves, he was like, blood trickled down my cheek. I said, oh my God.
Kobe took Brandy to the prom.
For sure. And was in Moesha.
Hey, niggas ain't know that.
In Moesha. Or they thought he cheated in Moesha, but he hadn't actually cheated. That's what happened. He didn't actually cheat in Moesha.
Fucking
Kobe was an actor. Did Kobe won an Oscar or Emmy?
Yeah, for his book.
Yeah, won an Oscar for what was it? A book turned into a film, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Kobe, like, He was here a short time.
His
but-
second part of his career was great.
For sure. And that's what I'm saying.
After,
like, I feel like.
after basketball.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Kobe got, like, the love and appreciation that he really deserved his entire career, probably, like, post-career. But also, like, when you have a person that's as intense as Kobe, right, that's as focused as Kobe, that has the tunnel vision that Kobe had, you know, not everybody is going to appeal to that because most people are lazy. Most people don't work hard. Most people like kind of skate by on talent and ability, and they refuse to like really fully tap into their potential. Kobe was somebody who understood, like, in order for him to get to the level that he needed to get, he had to integrate the Mamba mentality. He had to, like, you know, show off every single time. He had to show up. You got to be the first one in practice and the last one to leave. Like, which is the inspiration that he gave the team. And quite frankly, I really feel like when you look at the greats on that Olympic team who would show up when Kobe showed up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, that was Bron, that was KD. Like, those guys showed up, took on that Mamba mentality, and decided to do that. You know who didn't, and who career didn't really amount to shit, like, towards the end of it? Melo. Melo was always lazy, and it showed at the end of his career.
He
That's why
followed the
nobody-
bag. He chased the bag.
Yeah, he chased the bag. But Melo was a lazy motherfucker. I pray that
But he was a dog.
I pray that Cayenne it picks up a work ethic that his father never
Yeah,
had.
but Melo was a dog, bro.
Melo was a dog, but he was lazy. Melo always relied on talent over hard work, and that's why he never really. Hit
Who was his greatest player he ever played with? AI at the back end career. Kenya Martin and
Amari Stoudemire.
Amari Stoudemire, but
But he played
Amari
with like prime
Stoudemire,
Amari.
yeah.
He played with prime Amari though.
Mm,
No, he was prime when he was with the Knicks. Yeah, that was prime Amari Stoudemire. He was never better before or after.
and then after that, I think it was mental.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm
He
saying.
was checked out.
I think Melo is a lazy player. Like, I think that the biggest flaw in Melo's game was not who he played with or the teams that he played on or that he chased money over winning or any of those things, because I think that you have every right to do that. These are corporations. So if I choose to go to a lesser corporation that's going to pay me more, I don't see anything wrong with that. So I don't see nothing wrong with him chasing a bag.
He went to the
But I just
Knicks.
think
He
Melo was
had
just-
so many other
he
options.
just was lazy. Like, I think that was always Melo's issue. Melo's issue was that, like, he didn't put in the work to be like the greatest player that he could have been. Melo.
I just watched a Joan today. They said Melo he stayed in the gym. It's just that his
Yeah, but there's a
mentality.
difference between staying in the gym and growing your game versus staying in the gym and perfecting what you're already doing. I think Melo stayed in the gym and perfected the ISO, but he never grew as a player.
The jab step.
He never grew.
Pull up.
That's always like that to me. That's my greatest regret in basketball is that Melo like never really grew his game.
I just wish he would have came to
He
us sooner.
perfected what he was already good at.
He should have been a
But
Laker
never
sooner.
grew. He never grew.
Melo, you should have been a Laker sooner, man.
Yeah, man. It was a lot of mistakes that Melo made as far as like things that could have advanced him. But to me, Melo was just always too lazy to be a Bron.
And I still
lazy
take
to be
Melo
Kobe.
if he's still playing.
Nah, I wouldn't.
I would.
I leave
He
Melo
better
alone.
than
Nah, stay your old ass.
the other 10 niggas we got.
He ain't got it. He ain't have it them last few years of his career, to be frank.
He chilling now though, doing this little
was
podcast.
Trash with the Lakers. He was okay when he played with Portland. You know, I think he got a lot more notoriety than he deserved because they credited him with I think more than what was necessary. But
Melo still my man.
I mean, Melo's
Shout out to
a lot of
7
people's
p.m. in
favorite player. But I
Brooklyn.
think when you're not your son's favorite player, that says something.
I mean, your father wouldn't be your favorite player.
No, he should. I'm
mean-
pretty sure that Bron's sons, like, their fathers in their top 2, top 3. So that's
Yeah.
not true. Like, it has nothing to do with that. Like, but I do think that that's telling. Like, you're not even your son's favorite player. So, shout out to
I
Kyrie.
know. He said his favorite player is Paul George.
Exactly.
That's what he didn't.
But your dad played against that guy, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Okay. So that you don't think that that's odd? I mean, just in a personal opinion, you don't think it's odd?
Paul George is younger than Carmelo, so
Yeah,
he's
still,
seen
though.
Paul George more than he probably seen his father play.
I don't think.
He just was at home with his daddy.
No, I don't think so.
But he
That's
said
a great
he
answer.
liked Paul George from like his skill set.
Yeah, but still, like, you don't think that that's odd? Like, you're dancing around the point, but this is the point you're all here with.
And so you think every son favorite player should be their dad?
Yeah.
So you think Steph Curry favorite player was his father?
Yeah,
I don't think
he
that.
was, but he said that before. Steph had said that about Dale.
That he was
and,
his
like,
favorite player.
Kyrie says that all the time, and Kyrie's father was like,
So you think Kobe
I ain't
father
gonna
was his
disagree.
favorite player of all time?
Most of those guys, yeah.
No, his
Because
favorite
they
player of all
love their
time was
fathers
Jordan.
that much. Like,
Jordan was Kobe's
well, yeah, in
favorite.
Kobe's
Yeah.
case, Kobe's different. He a monster. Like, like
what I'm
that
saying.
nigga was a killer. It's
You
different.
didn't think
I'm not saying that
his father was
I'm
his
not saying
favorite.
that can't be the case. I'm just saying that, like, I think it's strange.
It's a new generation we coming up, so every player gonna have a new person. Like they looking at Paul George as they GOAT
Okay.
instead of LeBron. LeBron gonna weed out.
He would never be in my.
Like it's gonna be crazy.
Paul George don't even make my top 25. Like,
What?
nah, he make your top 25.
Not of all time, but I'm in the league right now. Yes,
In the league right now, sure, but all time.
my all time list.
Not even the top 100.
My all time list got to consist of champions.
Facts.
And I'm not saying you can't be an all time great without winning nothing, but I can't put you ahead of somebody who real life got that shit.
Facts. To me, that's why Kobe's like the elite player that he was, because he wasn't just somebody who loved the game, who expanded the game, who grew the game, who helped to inspire this next generation of superstars in the game. He won.
I fought through
To me, it's not
all
enough.
Kobe arguments.
If you have all those things, you love the game, inspire, help grow the game, like help to create like basketball on like a new platform, like, you know, say the way like Jordan did and moving, you know, basketball into China, for example. But I mean, all of those things are wonderful. But at the end of the day, you gotta win.
No, for sure.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. If you never win a championship, how can you consider yourself one of the greats? I don't see it. You don't hear nobody talking about no Charles Barkley when they talk about greatest players of all time. And he arguably was one of the
but he
greatest in
definitely
his position.
he's
For sure.
75.
He top 75 and he earned that, no question. But I'm just saying, like,
Charles Barkley was a dog.
imagine what they might be saying about Charles if he'd won a championship. It changes the narrative in terms of the legacy.
He'd be
of his
one of the
career.
great-
It's the reason why KD refused to go out without winning one. Because he's like, man, y'all talk all of that trash, but you know what the truth is? When you're talking about people's careers in 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, the championships matter.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq makes fun of Charles every broadcast. Only because, not because he wasn't one of the greatest players of his era, but because he never won a championship. You gotta win.
And Kobe had to win that junk without Shaq. He had
Exactly.
to. I tired of hearing that shit.
1-2 without.
Got him. Back to back.
And be arguably one of the greatest big threes in history.
Like one of the first.
The first and one of the best.
Shout out
Barnett,
to Kobe.
Pierce, and Allen? Nah, that was stupid. Because you're talking about literally like
And they
three
had
of the
Perkins.
greatest players in their positions of all time. And he did that shit almost all by himself. I mean, not completely, obviously, but
Him and Powell.
the mama, yeah, for sure. The
And
mama
Ariza helped.
got that done.
Shout out to Reeses.
And Ori.
Yeah, definitely.
Gotta give it the
Big shot, Bob.
Big shot, Bob, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But listen, we've talked enough today. We're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up, man. You can, of course, follow the podcast on IG as well as TikTok at You Weren't There Podcast. You can also follow us on Twitter, X, whatever that bullshit is, at You Weren't There _ And you can follow me, your host, at Mia Was Here, 5 underscores on everything. Melly?
I'm gonna give a quick shout out. Rest in peace to my cousin. Love you. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to my other cousin Letitia. A shout out, happy birthday to my man Twan, and happy birthday to Kobe, man. And it's Yo Melly, baby. You knew where to find me. We gone, gang.
We love y'all. Make sure y'all show up again next week for the You Weren't There podcast.